earlier this morning. Avalon Biddle manages to get on the front row. So had a bit of bike trouble yesterday at the practice day. Got new engine in today, and there we go with Av on the outside of the front row. Rogan Chandler defending Suzuki Series F2 champion. He come on song at the final round of the New Zealand Superbike Championships and 600 racing as well, so he'll be one to watch. And Zach Fuller, the new kid on the block, fresh out of Pro Twin Racing on the Team Rees Honda. That's your front row. When the lights go out, we will go racing. And Dale Finch had a bit of a bobble there and leaves a good start from Zach Fuller around the outside as well. Rogan Chandler probably got the pick of the starts there, as we see it runs quite deep into turn number one, but it's going to be Rogan Chandler. We've got one down as well as that Dale Finch. So I think
they didn't even go down. That's an incredible crash. That's Dale Finch.
That's back in his Speedway days. He was fully sideways.
Oh, he came fully
grass.
Sideways, did 180 degrees on the grass. We're seeing the Ctas replay. This is a classical crash. Hasn't fallen off. Doesn't have to shout it doesn't be. Oh, that's only sidecars. And did his handlebar touch the ground? No, he didn't. He's back on the road. No, it's not a crash. That's legendary stuff. And Grant Collingwood, Ctas live streaming, gets the moment, captures it, and replays it to Phil. What's the amazing thing here is there was 5 different brands of bikes in the first 5 bikes. I didn't catch who 6 was. We had the pole position set. I'm waiting for the screen to come back so we can see that. Rogan Chandler, Yamaha, Dale Finch, Zach Fuller, Avalon Biddle, and Dylan Telford. So that's Yamaha, Kawasaki, Triumph, and Honda and MV Augusta. 5 different bikes in the top 5 positions. This is going to be some fireworks. And Dale Finch on the Scott Structural Scott Structural Works. I'm trying to remember the words. Hopefully his wife Ali's watching at home. I had a high tea with Ali down at Greymouth, quite entertaining. She didn't quite know how to take me, which some people do, but that was after about 4 hours of high tea, so that was a very spectacular incident. Darwin Walker goes straight ahead down that long straight, so problems for Taupo Walker possibly. They're not allowed to rejoin. They've got to come back onto the track in the proper way, so action.
Zach Fuller just outbraked himself into turn 1, so he's lost position. As we see Rogan Chandler, he's stayed neat and tidy and squeaky clean. He's going to try and run away with this one. Toby Summers now into 2nd place, ahead of Zach Fuller. Avalon Biddle in 4th place. Then we go to Dylan Telford back in 5th. And man, we've had enough drama already in a lap and a half. As we see this one here starting to unfold. This one's going to be good, Spider.
A little bit different to the New Zealand Superbike Championship class. I don't believe the bikes will be technically specifications will be any different, but they are allowed to run slicks. At the New Zealand Superbike Championships, the tyres allocation is limited for the weekend. Same riders, same bikes pretty much, but they are allowed to run slicks here. So good to see Toby Summers on the Carl Cox Motorsport Mad Love Media sponsored machine. Kirsten's not available to come down here this weekend. She's got Child's BMX up in Te Awamutu, so we wish the children good fun on that. So good to see Toby and the Carl Cox team back at the track here and for the series, the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park, for round 1 of the Suzuki International Series. Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, things are heating up. That battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. There's not much in it as they went around the final hairpin. But Rogan Chandler, he's just stayed out of trouble and he has a massive advantage. Into the flip-flop he goes. And then we go back to, looks like Toby Summers still ahead of Zach Fuller and Avalon Biddle. So no change there for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. And then we'll go Dylan Telford back in 5th place. So F2 Racing, thanks to iPone Oils. And it's Rogan Chandler into the 130s, 130.7. So that's the fastest man on track. And you can see he's already got a 20 to 30 bike length advantage. We've got Toby Summers outbrakes himself into turn 1 as well. Carbon copy what Zach Fuller did a lap ago. So it gives position back to Zach. So 2nd place now for Zach Fuller on the Team Rees Honda. A very exciting prospect there. Hasn't been road racing for many seasons and already at the sharp end of F2 racing, Spider.
Yeah, indeed. And Zach Fuller carrying an illness there. He had a sore stomach and he was visiting the toilet quite a bit. I talked to his grandfather about it. He says, maybe it's just nerves, but certainly he's absolutely on fire out there on the Honda CBR 600. Great to see a Honda back out in the Formula 2 class. We haven't had them for a couple of years. It's sort of been taken over by other bike brands. No Suzuki's up there in the sharp end as well. That's a little bit of a change, but we've got Luca Durning should be out on a Suzuki GSXR 600. I haven't quite seen where he's fitting. He's there. He's in 8th place on the number 12 machine. Sorry, number 12 machine on the Barrick sponsored Dentist, Lumino Dentist. I think it's Lumino Dentist sponsored machine.
Yeah, so that bike there is Richie's from last year. So the bike that won the 600 Supersport Championship. So Luca, capable pilot on there at the moment, running in 8th place on the Barrick Sports Bar Total Span Wanganui team. So a big welcome to Mick and Brian down there. We saw them this morning and cool to have them as a two-bike team this year. Richie Dibbon has graduated up into the F1 racing. He's going to do this full superbike campaign, so we can't wait to see how he gets on with that one as we catch an update of Rogan Chandler. He is in a class of his own here at the moment. Zach Fuller, Avalon Biddle, Toby Summers. Still that fight for second, third and fourth is red hot at the moment. So a 130.6. So at 130.6, Rogan Chandler betters his fastest lap and goes at 130.6. So he is absolutely flying at the moment.
So it's just the dentists, not Lumino dentists. I apologise to that. That is supporting Luca Durning. So yeah, Rogan Chandler there. The lap record here is held by Damon Rees from 2016, 132.44. 136.51, so Rogan's got no pressure on, so doesn't need to extend himself. He'll be told by his pit crew there that he's got a good comfortable lead with maybe 3 or 4 seconds, so he doesn't need to go and find lap records, but they may come to him. That is Zach Fuller. He's broken away, another graduate of the Gypsy Cup class. It's outstanding to see Zach Fuller out there and taken in on board by Team Rees up in Wakatani, and doing the campaign on that beautiful Honda CBR 600. He's been chased by, I think, Avalon Biddle and Toby Summers after losing 2 positions in a lap or so ago in turn 1. Has gone back to 4th. Can he come back with something there, Brad Ritchie? He's closing in on Avalon Biddle there.
Yeah, this is going to be good, actually. There's a 3-way fight. There's not much in it at the moment as we see Rogan Chandler sneak off in the distance. An update on Dale Finch. He's already up into 8th place in this one, so there's all good valuable points. We run motocross-style points in the Suzuki International Series, so you do get some high-quality points for mid-pack finishes. So it'll be interesting to see if Dale Finch, if he can turn that into maybe a 5th or a 6th, he could still be in the hunt for the Suzuki International Series. We've gone to one-day events, so there'll be just 6 races per class to decide the champion as we go. Rogan Chandler ahead of Zach Fuller, Avalon Biddle and Toby Summers. That's still the top 4 at the moment. Dylan Telford in 5th, Luke Riley in 6th, Robbie Stokes in 7th, Dale Finch, there's the update. 8th place, Luca Durning, Jacob Pearce and Jeff Crute, your top 11 at the moment. So that's our iPhone Oils F2 update as we go half race distance, 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. And iPhone Oils, of course, the official partner of the MotoGP Red Bull Rookies Cup, which we will see Cormac Buchanan take part in the 2021 season. So thank you to iPhone Oils. We're home with Derby Accessories. Bring us F2 action as we've got this one here really starting to heat up. Zach Fuller still holding off a former 600 Supersport champion in Avalon Biddle with Toby Summers ready to pounce as well. So that battle for second's one we're watching at the moment, but there's battles all around this one here as we're just over half race distance. And Rogan Chandler just come under the radar. Talking to Rogan yesterday, hasn't done a lot of riding, done it just enough to keep him sort of freshened up, and said when the visor goes down he'll be ready to go. So awesome to see Rogan Chandler. He won this series last year and won all 3 races, including the New Zealand TT at round 3 of the New Zealand Superbike Championship at Hampton Downs, and just keeps building and building, and a fine young rider at the moment. Rogan Chandler out there on the Yamaha Blue Crew R6.
Unfortunately, Ashton Hughes has entered for the circuit series, but he broke an elbow down testing at Ruapuna about 6 or 8 weeks ago, and he's out for the season, and he's part of the Scott Structural ATL Electric team. He'd be riding a matching bike to Dale Finch's, and but I see Ashton around the pits. Cheer up, buddy. You'll get back onto a bike in a while. He carries the number 4 plate from the New Zealand Superbike Championships last year. He's out of action at the moment and just letting himself heal. The Air Force boy from originally from Greymouth, but now lives in Palmerston North. That battle's tightening up for second place. Avalon Biddle's right on the tail of Zach Fuller. And Avalon's very lightweight, Suzuki versus Honda, or Honda versus Suzuki at the moment. You'll see that coming out of turn 6 and into turn 7 here, which is the hairpin at the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park. So probably 3 to 4 bike lengths there. You go back about 15 bike lengths to Toby Summers there. And in behind that, I think it's Dylan Telford. Dylan Telford, yeah, indeed. So who on the last lap? Avalon Biddle, Toby Summers, Dale Finch, Hamish Fox and Jeff Crute and Ian Reid all set their fastest laps as we've got 3 laps to go here for the iPony Oil class, the Formula 2 class here at the Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park, Brad Ritchie.
Yeah, so 2.5 laps to go. This one's definitely all Rogan Chandler at the moment. He's on another planet at the moment, out of this world. He's down the back straight and nearly into the flip-flop of that battle there. Avalon Biddle's going to get alongside Zach Fuller, so that's a drag race. I think she's just snuck a front, so have a look under brakes. Has Zach got any answer? No, I think it's a change of position. So second place now to Avalon Biddle, running the number 50. She had the number 1 on board last summer, but her Nationals campaign, if it wasn't for bad luck, she would have had no luck at all. She had a horror run of bad luck, but now running the number 50 on the bright yellow MTF Finance ZX6 and finds herself in second place now ahead of Zach Fuller on the Team Reeves Honda. Third place for Zach, so still some very promising speed out in front. And then Toby Summers, he's had a lot of experience around here, so he'll be just hanging in there at the moment, coming good for Wanganui. We've got a new fastest lap of the race. Dale Finch in 6th place, he's done a 1:30.637. So certainly showed us he was fastest when he put it on pole. A miraculous save. I don't know how he saved that. In turn 1, he went right round 180 and kept the handlebars off the ground, and is now coming back and circulating in 6th place. So that's so far the ride of the day for me. And 6th place is some vital championship points in the Suzuki International Series. So Rogan Chandler, he's out in front. Avalon Biddle now 2nd place. Zach Fuller in 3rd. We've got Toby Summers still in 4th place with Dylan Telford 5th. Dale Finch now into 6th. Luke Riley, Robbie Stokes, Luca Durning and Jacob Pearce. Welcome to Jacob and the team from Christchurch coming up on the R6. Never been to Taupo before, so was really keen to come and have a ride here. And he's riding that one there. He's going to do the campaign in the Nationals on his R6, and he's also doing the Supersport 150 again. So getting some good track time for when he comes to the North Island moving forward in the summer.
I was talking to his father Trevor and says, how's it going? Who you picking on in the track to try and set up your R6? And he had the right people. Says everything we do, we're moving ahead with. So that battle's really strong for 2nd place as we see Rogan Chandler going through. The white flag is out, and it is Avalon Biddle with Zach Fuller, a Jixer Cup graduate, right on her tail. Avalon rode at the Southern Classic in Timaru last weekend, had several wins on the Aprilia 250, I think, Aprilia 250. So she's race fit. She's done a bit of trail biking or dirt biking this year on the off season on a Kawasaki dirt bike. So can she hold it off? You'll see this battle. The lovely yellow bike followed by the red bike coming into turn 5 here at Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park. There's one bike. Oh, big slide for Zach Fuller. Boy. One more visit to the toilet this weekend. He's a bit ill, but that was a big slide. He's lost a few bike links. He closes back in the hairpin. The final lap here of the iPony Oils Formula 2 for the first round and first race of the Suzuki International Series for Formula 2. Excellent racing, isn't it there, Brad Ritchie?
Oh, that was a big moment. Yeah, that was nobody's business getting that back. You don't always get those back, so well done to Zach. Hammer and tongs there with a former 600 Supersport champion in Avalon Biddle. So great battle there having. They've just sort of broken the fight of Toby Summers. He's sort of dropped right off the pace. He's a couple of seconds behind them. But it's been all Rogan Chandler at the moment. He's coming down the back straight already. He had a massive advantage. It was nearly 5 seconds back to Avalon when they crossed the line last time round. So it looks like it's certainly his at the moment. No flat traffic to contend with. He's into the flip-flop. We've got Zach trying to get up to the back of Avalon. He's got to come throws it into the flip-flop. So here we go. Rogan Chandler's going to win race 1, but then Zach Fuller's going to have to try and hold off Avalon. He's going to do it. What a race. That was an absolute miraculous move into the flip-flop. He just held it on, and then dived up the inside. So what a move.
And Avalon didn't give up. Avalon kept on fighting there. And look at them pumping fists or whatever they do, whatever these kids do these days. That was just excellent. What a race. What a moment there for Dale Finch at the beginning of it. You catch that on Ctas Live when they replay it. But that moment too, I hope it was caught there with Avalon Biddle and Zach Fuller. I've seen some powerful moves here at Taupo. But it was just, I don't usually come in the back when someone else is commentating, but I was just going, that's pretty cool, you know, outstanding. So Rogan Chandler, Zach Fuller, Avalon Biddle, Toby Summers, Dylan Telford, that is the top 5. Fastest lap, 1:36.37, a little bit off the lap record of 1:32.44. So Zach Jacob Stroud's been out there as well. So Dylan Telford in 5th place, Dale Finch, Robbie Stokes, Luca Durning, Luke Riley, Jacob Pearce, that's the top 10. Hamish Fox, Jeff Croop, Henry Goff, Michael Lee from Dunedin, and Ian Reid. I think that's top 15. Tyler Brown, Jacob Stroud's only done half the race, and Taupo Walker unfortunately was out a long time ago. He didn't crash, he just had to shoot out there. He's got a spare bike, so if there's a problem with the bike, hopefully he's back out in action. iPony Formula 2 action here. Tell your people, get to Manfield next weekend. If they're not at Taupo already, get to Manfield, and then Wanganui for the 70th running, the 70th meeting of the cemetery circuit. Outstanding since 1951.
Yeah, that was brilliant. So well done, Rogan Chandler. Zach Fuller, Avalon Biddle, that's your podium, but Toby Summers, he'll be happy with that. He knows he's got the pace moving forward. Dylan Telford, good ride for him in 5th, and then Dale Finch, ride of the day, get back up to 6th place after being completely sideways on the exit of turn 1. Brilliant stuff from him. So very promising to see the iPone Oils Formula 2 racing. We'll cross down to Neil and Jared, who are going to have an ecstatic Rogan Chandler and Zach Fuller and Avalon Biddle on their podium. So the iPone Oils F2 racing, Rogan and Zach with Avalon down there. We'll cross over to Neil and Jared.
Oh, listen to this applause for Zach down here. Might have only come in 2nd place. I think you're going to hear more applause for the runner-up than you will for the winner. And that's nothing against the run of Rogan, none whatsoever. So there it is, a blue, a red, and a yellow/green. So there it is with Yamaha, the Honda and the Kawasaki. And listen to this applause. It is ecstatic. It's sensational. You see this around the world. These are the stars of our sport and are coming to perform here today. This is just so brilliant. Ken, of course, here out of MTF and fine supporter of Avalon, has been for many years, and the man, Mr. High Sung Racing himself, and his contribution amazing for our sport. So great to see as we look for an opportunity to come into here. What about the job she's now doing with Sky Speed? How awesome for Our Lady as a motorcycle ambassador to be in front of New Zealand's mainstream media. This is just absolutely special and great to see indeed. So take an opportunity to spot it. And first of all, Avalon, that was Team Rees behind you. What happened there last year? Hey, didn't you know?
Oh, did that happen? I've got a terrible memory, so I probably should have learnt from my mistakes. And I mean, nothing worse than a little young gung in his first year on the bike, and he beats you at the last corner. So I guess I'll be out for revenge in the next race. But no, Rogan rode really well out front, and Zach and I had a battle in qualifying and another great battle in the race. So really, really enjoyable. And I just have to say huge thanks to Ken, Ozzy, and my mum, because we blew an engine up yesterday, and they put a massive team effort in to get the bike running today. So this is for them.
Hey, what about the fact as well that after all of the bad luck of last year, here you are, first major event back in this season, and you ride on a song again. Must be really positive and great to feel.
Yeah, fingers crossed it's a good start of what's to come.
Well done. Let's hear it, Avalon Biddle, our world woman champion right here at Taupo NZ. So listen, we want to have a bit of a shout. Let's hear the supporters for Zach Fuller. How many we got out there? Oh, yes, the new kid on the block, and absolutely brilliant. First of all, Zach, did you have a lined up? Were you waiting to do that? Was that the move you'd planned?
Oh, it wasn't what I was planning, but it was the last place I could do it, so I thought I'd, I was got under brakes there and stuck it on the inside there, and yeah, it worked, so yeah, stoked.
What about the fact that you'd almost had an almost? We were all absolutely blown away by how much it was as the microphone cuts out because they do the main pit PA, but don't know quite why they come in with that when they do, but they've now stopped it, which is good to see. So there we have it. Mate, how did you hold that one? What a save.
Yeah, I've had a few over the years, so I sort of knew how to save it. And, I'm just really stoked for the first proper race on this CBR 600. Thanks to all Team Rees and all our sponsors, and it's just been a wicked start to the season. So,
well, there you go. What a fantastic runner-up in his first major race. Fantastic to see as we look out here for Rogan. And Rogan, was there anybody else in the race? I forgot. Did you see anybody else?
Off the start, yeah. I don't know what happened off the start. Kind of closed my eyes and just let the clutch out. So finally got a good one. But I'm really happy. The bike's looking really good. And just sort of controlled the race towards the end and rode comfy, didn't want to make any mistakes. But, I'm super happy with the bike. I just feel super comfy and, feeling really happy.
Right, tell us about conditions out there at the moment, because we feel as if they're getting better and better.
Yeah, well, it's starting to get quite hot now, and it tends to bring the greasiness out of the track a little bit, so the tyre went off pretty quick. But, it's a lot better than Friday when you have the drifters here just before and too much rubber on the track, but it's a lot better today.
Our iPone F2 class is different to 600, of course, because you can use other tyres. Do you enjoy the opportunity to use better tyres than you might otherwise in a production-based race?
Yeah, well, I tend to stick to what we run with Nationals just so the setup stays the same. I can test now, what I'm going to use in the future. So I tend to and they're good enough. Pirelli make some of the greatest tyres out there, so I just stick with what we got.
Well done. Let's hear it to our champion, Rogan Chandler. Absolutely outstanding and well done. What a way to start the season. It is fantastic. So Rogan, and there's our the new kid on the block. Debut season, bang, straight in there with Zach Fuller. And to our beautiful ambassadoress and Avalon Biddle, another outstanding achievement. Bring it on with iPone Oils, 100% motorcycles.